This man, roaming around in these very secure jails of Mexico, is no ordinary man but the world's biggest and most dangerous drug smuggler, El Chapo. Special CCTV cameras have been installed in his cell, with the help of which he is monitored 24 hours a day. There is no light or any window in his cell. There is only a shower area in the corner. The interesting thing is that, despite so much security and surveillance, he walks towards the shower area and then is not seen by the security staff again. After half an hour, when they got suspicious, they went inside the cell, but the world's biggest drug smuggler had already escaped. After all, from where and how did he escape? Let's take a look at El Chapo's life and his escape. But before we dive deeper into this unbelievable story, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing documentaries like this. He born in 1957 in a small town, Badiraguato in Mexico. El Chapo's real name is Joaquín Guzmán, but later, he gave himself the name of El Chapo. He inherited his habit of drug training. His father, who was himself a small drug dealer, threw El Chapo out of the house at a young age. El Chapo did not have any job to earn a living, and when he could not find anything, he started selling drugs. At the age of just 15, he started growing drugs himself. He would choose a deserted area for himself and start growing marijuana there. Gradually, his drug training increased so much that the big drug dealers of Mexico wanted to take him in their gang. In the 1970s, he joined a drug training gang named El Garro Palmanami. In this gang, he used to monitor the smuggling of drugs, and he was so strict in his work that whenever a delivery was late or there was even a slight mistake, he would kill the dealer. In the 1980s, he joined the gang of El Padrino Guardo, the most famous drug dealer of that time. This gang was the biggest drug gang in Mexico. El Chapo was also given the responsibility of logistics and drug shipment in this gang. His job was to keep an eye on the drugs coming from Colombia to Mexico. But in 1989, the gang leader Guaido was caught by the agencies, and the gang broke up. Taking advantage of the opportunity, he formed his own gang, which he named the Sinaloa Cartel. Now drugs were transported to America through two routes. Most of the drugs came from the Caribbean, and the other route was the Mexican borders. American agencies had kept their entire focus on the Caribbean, and many drug dealers and gangs had been caught. El Chapo took advantage of this and started transporting drugs to the US using different channels. He grew many drugs, out of which methamphetamine, heroin, ecstasy, cocaine, and marijuana gave him more profit. That is why he focused more on these drugs. But it was not so easy to smuggle drugs to the US, and for this, he used to do this work by showing great cleverness. Initially, he used to smuggle such drugs, which did not have much smell, like cocaine, by hiding it in fire extinguishers, chili pepper cans, or car rims, which even the drug-sniffing dogs could not detect. But the problem was that other drugs, apart from cocaine, could not be smuggled in this way. That is why he adopted a method which became his identity, and that method was tunnels. He invested millions of dollars, hired experts, and built tunnels under the ground, in which a complete system of electricity and ventilation was present, and through those tunnels he started smuggling drugs into the US. In 1919, Federal Bureau of Investigation officers were surprised when they found El Chapo's first tunnel. That tunnel was 300 feet long and had complete electricity arrangements. The tunnel led into a house, which was El Chapo's safe house, and in case of emergency, he could escape through this tunnel. El Chapo knew all the rules of this business, so despite many efforts, he could not be caught. In November 2010, another tunnel was found in Otomejasa, which had similar facilities. But apart from this, the rail system on the ground was also discovered, through which debris was transported during construction, and later drugs were transported. Tijuana in 2012. In 2013, more tunnels were again found in Otomesa. Seeing his amazing mastery, El Chapo and his gang came to be known as the King of Tunnels. He used to make his tunnels so deep that even ground-penetrating reader machines could not detect them, and he used to hide the entrance of the tunnels cleverly, like under the bathroom tub or toilet. He used to select the place very carefully before making the tunnels. He planned to do most of the smuggling from Otomesa, a California city located on the US-Mexico border. He chose Otomesa for 3 reasons. First, Otomesa was close to 2 major transport hubs, Tijuana and San Diego, and it was very easy to transport the drugs to the agents due to these hubs. Secondly, this was an industrial area where there were many factories, and there was a lot of noise from the heavy machinery of the factories and traffic. That is why it was easy to dig tunnels here, because the noise of digging was hidden by the noise of the factories. The third reason is the soil here. On one side of this city, there is the sea, which keeps the soil very soft. That is why digging was very easy here. While on the other side, there are mountains, which strengthen even the soft ground, and due to this, the tunnels did not collapse. That is, in every respect, this city was very ideal for El Chapo's tunnels. On 9th June 1919, Mexican authorities finally caught El Chapo, and he was sentenced to 20 years of imprisonment and put in jail. But this jail also remained his office for him. He used to get every facility for himself by bribing the jail staff and also arranged his business meetings so that his work could continue. In 2005, the Supreme Court of Mexico gave a decision, after which the process of transferring prisoners between the United States and Mexico became easy. El Chapo knew that, due to drug smuggling in the USA, the US government would, in any case, ask for him to be imprisoned there, and then it would not be easy to get out. That is why El Chapo first planned to escape from the Mexican jail. He bribed the jail guards with $2,500,000 and escaped from the jail by sitting in a laundry basket. For the next 13 years, he kept the US and Mexican governments on their toes without getting caught because of his tunnels, drug trade, and other crimes. But after 13 years of hard work, Mexican agencies found out his exact location and raided his house. This time, too, he had made arrangements to escape. He entered a secret tunnel under the bathtub in the bathroom, but the authorities did not let him go too far, and finally, he was caught once again. Now, he was sent to Mexico's most secure prison, El Altiplano Maximum Security Prison, and he was kept under special surveillance. But just after 1 year, on July 11, 2015, when he was walking in his cell, he was last seen near the shower area at 8:50 p.m. There was only a shower area in his cell, which was hidden from the camera's eye. After about half an hour, when he was not seen on camera, the lockup was opened to inspect the cell. By the time the guards went inside, El Chapo was gone. He cleverly dug a tunnel by extending the gutter of the shower area, which was connected to a larger tunnel below. This tunnel opened to a nearby construction site, 1.5 kilometers away, 33 feet below the ground, and 5 feet 7 inches wide. This tunnel was so big that a person could easily pass through it, but this time, his freedom was not for long. In January 2016, Mexican Marines again attacked his safe house in Los Mochis, and after a severe fight, he was caught once again. This time, the American government did not want to take much risk. That is why, in 2017, El Chapo was handed over by the Mexican government to the USA, where he is serving his life sentence in Supermax Prison, Colorado. But the reality is that no matter how much security there is, the American government still fears that El Chapo might escape again. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such fascinating stories.